Hey guys, what's going on? This is Skye Jensen with Acceleration Consulting. I wanted to reach out to you because I have access to this Airbus and Boeing inventory from a failed transaction of a president of a country that apparently now this company I work with has access to this inventory, and they're trying to get it moved. So I'm one of the brokers, one of the consultants who are helping to be able to utilize this and I guess move this inventory. And from what I've come to learn and experience is this inventory is very hard to come across. We're talking about Boeing and Airbus, A320s, A330s, A380s, commercial airliner, jets. They're large jets, of course, so they're the full-size jets, and Boeing 737 and in these size of jets. Included in this email is, of course, the inventory list of what's available, as well as some of the specs for the jets, for each of the jets. All of them, with the exception of a couple, have seats. Okay, there's only a couple that don't have seats, like they're more cargo style. I think there's literally like a couple, like maybe one or two or three. And I share with you this inventory because you may know of contacts, you may know of prospects, people who deal within the airline industry, who are brokers themselves, who may have access to know exactly who the buyer would be. So if you have somebody of interest, of course you're able to get yourself kind of up to par and up to awareness on what the aircraft inventory is, so you can open the door to somebody, and of course you can talk to them directly, or you can bring them back to me, and of course what I can do is fill them in from what I know and get them connected as well. What the process is that for a buyer, they would need to have a letter of intent and a proof of funds to bring to the table if they're interested. Of course, usually buyers who are serious about this kind of transaction, they already know this is standard procedure. And they would have a 15% totally refundable deposit, 100% refundable deposit. And I think these jets, like I mentioned, they're brand new, 0 hours on them. They have one coat of paint on them, as well as, like I mentioned, they're already equipped with seats and ready for passenger airline, use. So that's where they're at. That's what is going on. The Boeing inventory is domestic. It's here in the U.S., and the Airbus inventory is in Europe. I believe it's Western Europe, if I remember correctly. So that's what we're looking at. Some of the best contacts and prospects who you may know would be people who work in aviation, or they are aviation brokers. They maybe have, they work at an airport or an FBO, a fixed base operation, a small airport. These are some of the details, of course, that and ways of finding the right people. It can be as simple as just picking up the phone and saying something to the tune of, I have access to this Boeing and Airbus inventory from a failed transaction. If you know of somebody who would like to be able to see this, they're brand new and they're immediately deliverable, let me send you some information. That's the way that you would open up that conversation with somebody who you feel like would be a good prospect. So feel free to take a look at the inventory here and let me know, or just get back to me. Looking forward to hearing from you, and talk to you soon. Bye.